beautiful sunshines, it's Sunny Bunny here, and welcome to a game called A Conscious Decision. Now, I saw this on itch.io, and it looked really interesting, and a lot of people were playing it, and I guess it's supposed to teach you about some sort of lesson or something like that. Hopefully you guys can hear me over the, here, let me bring it up. Hopefully you guys can hear me over the, music. If not, I'll try to make my voice louder. So let's see what this game is. You are a wisp of consciousness in Jane's mind. Choose a location to explore. Okay. Explore cerebral cortex, part of the brain in charge of perception, thought, voluntary movement, and language. Or magla, parts of the brain responsible for processing emotions like fear. Let's do the cerebral cortex. Explore. The optical cortex associates with vision, auditory cortex, voluntary mode. You're bored of exploring the cerebral. Let's move on to the let's do vision. Looking out through Jane's eyes, you see a sea of miniature buildings in the expansion beneath you, framed by a golden sunset. You can't help but admire the beautiful scene before your eyes. That is actually really, really pretty. Let's do hearing. Oh, you hear wind rushing by. Probably somewhere high up. Look, motor cortex. You are full control of Jane's motor cortex. What would you like her to do? It would be prudent to explore jail's circumstances before jumping to hasty actions, though. Stay still. Prudent choice. Let us go on. Okay. It's empty. Is that even normal? Shouldn't there be some sort of fear in everybody? Fear of heights? Fear of big open skies? Fear of death? Mine is fear of heights. I have a tremendous fear of heights. Fear of death? Maybe there's some sort of hidden fear somewhere. What do you do? Let's trigger it. I want to see what happens. A storm of black swirling chaos is released and closes in on all sides. You're trapped and face immediate annihilation. Hurry, what do you do? Escape to the cerebral cortex, trigger the release of serotonin, trigger the release of dopamine. Serotonin, I guess? A breeze of serotonin waves in, blows away the black storm clouds of terror, and wends its way to Jane's cortex. You feel bliss and sense Jane steps backwards away from the edge of the building. Well done, my little wisp of consciousness.
Well
You have
done,
oh,
my little wisp of consciousness. You have saved her life. But only this once. Who will save her the next time? And the next time. And the time after that.
oh, I didn't know that was okay. Bittersweet. Return to last checkpoint. Let's do this. And then let's do dopamine. Oh, the burst of dopamine repels the black cloud and whence it came. You are saved, not to mention that you are feeling a gratified sense of pleasure and reward. You desire more of this great feeling. Yes. The sensation of pleasure grows, but it also makes you crave for more. Well, that wasn't creepy. Hopefully you guys could hear that. I have the thing up pretty loud, so hopefully you guys could hear that. Ooh. You trigger the release of higher and higher levels of dopamine until you suddenly don't feel so good anymore. The intense pleasure is replaced by an intense paranoia. Oh, geez. You start to see ghosts in the optical cortex, hearing distorted voices in the auditory cortex. People mocking you, people screaming at you, people hitting you with canes. those shadows of your past tormentors, especially a man.
The
man. What the hell? As you spend the remainder of your days running from the hallucinations you unleashed, Jane is diagnosed with schizophrenia or perhaps PTSD. Okay. Oh, so we got side point number 2. Let's do nothing. The amygdala remains eerie, blank, and quiet. Something is wrong, but you don't know what. Hippocampus. You see many tendrils of memory adrift, like smoke curling off a charred leaf. Let's recall happy memories. An image of Jane being hoisted on the shoulders of her teammates as she lifts a huge golden trophy light up in her mind. Her first race, her first win. As you sense Jane takes a step backwards away from the edge to call her. Her parents are in the stands cheering for her. Her teachers are beaming at her. Another step backwards. But then she remembers the divorce, the fall, what is that? 9ZTZ7JWQB2. I don't know what that is. Everything going wrong. Oh. Darkness floods into her mind, washing you, this puny speck of her conscience, away into oblivion. As she throws herself off of the... Oh my god!
Temporary happiness was never enough to save her. I hope you realize that.
I'm sorry. Sorry. So, bad ending number 2. Return to last checkpoint. Okay. Let's recall her bad memories. The fall. Everything that had started going wrong after the fall. She had been sprinting towards the finish, ready to clinch another first, when her right leg buckled beneath her. The baton went spinning through the air out of her frantic grasp. Oh, she went crashing to the ground. Silence from the crowd. Silence from the doctor when asked if she could ever compete again. Silence, of course, from her coach and her teammates. You sense Jane take a step forward. Jane, no! No, actually everything had already been wrong before the fall. She just hadn't realized it. She should have realized it earlier. As the number of medals had increased, so had the pain. The number of strokes of the cane on her bare calves when she couldn't beat her previous record. The jealousy of her teammates when she did. She concealed the physical scars with sport teeth, the emotional ones with fake apathy. She had nightmares every night, limped through the door crying every afternoon, but dragging herself out of bed every morning. Because as long as she could run, as long as she could feel the wind in her face and the fire in her lungs, passion would be her painkiller. Oh, that's sad. You sense Jane take a step forward. No, take a step back now. She still has the nightmares, the cold treatment from her peers, because, of course, her teammates had spread nasty rumors about her. People are awful, man. But then she can never run again. There is no more passion to save her from the loneliness, the fear, the depression, the words. Aw, poor thing. Whispers through her mind, you can hear it.
And that is why you, my little whips of consciousness, are here to save her.
I'll try my best. Saying Jay from ending herself. Oh, okay. So what will you do? Recall her mother's words, recall her father's. Let's recall her mother's words. You may not understand it now, Jane, but Mama wants you to leave with me and be happy. I love you, Jane. I can't change your decision to stay with Papa, but know whatever happens, you can come to me anytime. I'll always be there for you. Turns out that Jane's father is her coach, and her mother divorced him after she started roughhousing Jane in the name of training her to be a world-class athlete. Her mother wanted to take Jane with her, but Jane refused. She thought by leaving with her mother, she was weak, unfaithful to her passion, and who else implanted in her thought but her father? Her father had always been harsh, unyielding one, her mother the patient and forgiving one. Back to the present. You sense tears spooling into Jane's eyes. The world spins as she stumbles away from the bridge's edge down the stairwell into her father's apartment. Oh, geez, I missed the last one. Jane leaves the apartment, suitcase in one hand, unsent and scrawled with her mother's address in the other. Her head spins off into the sunset to find her mother. Her mother, who loves her. Her mother has told her that it's not weak to leave behind the torment of the past for the better future.
Congratulations. You have saved Jane.
Yeah! Yay! We saved her. After leaving the abusive relationship with her father for her mother's love, she slowly but surely recovers from her depression and traumatic past. The nightmares gradually cease. The cane marks fade. The emotional scars never fully heal, but she learns to cope with them, and she eventually finds herself leading a happy and peaceful existence. For you too, are a part of Jane's consciousness. Remember, though, that suicide is not a game, so don't get Multiplied tries to stop one. Happy end. Oh, that was cute. I like that. Oh, that was really, really cute. So that was Consciousness Decision. I guess that was just one of the happy endings. But it really makes you, it really, really makes you think. Here, let me bring down the volume so you can hear me. It really, really makes you think about just how harsh words are to someone. You never know what could be going on somebody's mind. Like someone saying, oh, you're too fat. Well, they could have tried to do everything they could to get surgery and stuff like that, and nothing works. So you don't know. They could have been born like that. They could have something. So never judge a book by its cover. Never really, unless you truly know them, you never know what's going on behind closed doors of someone else's past or future or anything. So please do not jump conclusions. Just because that person gave you an evil snare, maybe they were just having a bad day. Maybe something was going on at home. They didn't mean it. You don't even really know them. So let's learn to love everyone, not judge anyone, not really do harsh words anymore to anyone, okay? Yeah, so that's all I have to with you guys. If there's anything you guys want to talk to me about, if there's any people who have ever bullied you or anything like that and they've gotten to you, just remember that you are loved. There's always someone in the world that loves you, okay? So hopefully you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe down below. Like I said, if there's any comments or anything you want to leave me, leave them down in the description below, okay? And just remember that I love each and every single one of you guys. All 1,915 of you, I think there is now, so thank you guys so much for that. And so hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all later. Stay sunny, everybody.